Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Star Defense Battles. In this episode we're going to do the same thing we do every episode. I don't know why I started off this episode saying in this episode. So, let's try not to get to 50 losses. That'd be great, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose at least 4 more times in my lifetime. So, my goal, as far as what I'm actually trying to do, is to get a whole bunch of medallions. And first, let me think about this. I'm going to use, I want to get a super monkey in there at least, and a spike factory, and a boomerang thrower, and a bombs. So how about that? Probably not a great strategy, but hey, I'm just testing stuff out, and who knows, maybe this person will be really bad or something. So what I'm actually going to do, which may not be a good idea, what I'm gonna do is gonna start off with just the glaive thrower, and then I'm gonna go for the bionic boomer rather than the glaive ricochet, because I've kind of been having some difficulty, I suppose. I mean, I don't know, I say that, but I don't actually remember the actual difficulty that I've had, but as far as the pink balloons go, having the bionic boomer would be really helpful. And they seem to have a banana farm and a attack shooter, which right now isn't doing very good at defending their base, or their track or whatever, defeating my balloons. And I wasn't paying attention to how much experience this person had. I'm guessing maybe they didn't have very much experience or something, because they're not doing that great. They're starting to do a little better, but they're still losing quite a few lives by leaking quite a few balloons. But like I said, they're doing a little bit better now, and now they're sending in blue balloons, which means I should probably stop sending in balloons so that I can get the bionic boomer, which I don't have enough, but I do have enough for glaive ricochet, but I don't want to use glaive ricochet, so I'm just going to wait a little bit. There we go, and now that I've got that, now I can start sending in balloons again. Probably should have stopped sending in balloons a little sooner, so that I had enough money to get the bionic boomer a little bit sooner, but still, I have 138 lives, they have 96, so I still have the advantage. Not too big of a deal. And again, not going for the glaive ricochet. Still not 100% sure that that's the best idea, but it's what I'm going to do. So, ooh, that was kind of a little bit dangerous. I wasn't sure if I was going to get the pink balloons because of just the way that it was firing. So this is still a little bit, little not threatening, but worrying, I guess. Just because of how I am still leaking a couple lives because of those pink balloons. So I'm going to get another boomerang thrower in here just to have that different angle, and to have the different angle so that it's hopefully a little bit better at popping these balloons. I seem to be doing a little bit better, but I'm losing more lives than he is, so I really need to do something about that. I need more balloons. I mean, not more balloons. I need more money so that I can send in more monkeys and stuff. I really thought the bionic boomer would be doing better than this, but you know, it's doing okay. It's just, man, I'm probably gonna lose because of this, because of going for the bionic boomer. But now that I've got 2 bionic boomers, then maybe that'll be better. Probably. I mean, you would think that 2 would be better than 1, but probably shouldn't just spam a bunch of bionic boomers, especially because of how bad I'm already kind of doing. But I think I am just going to go with that, partly because, like I said, I'm already doing kind of bad, so I'm sort of giving up. Not entirely, I'm not just going to literally give up, but my planning isn't going to be as great. So with that 3rd bionic boomer, I think I can stop making bionic boomers now. That should be pretty good. But what I am going to need is more money, so I'm going to start sending in balloons at my opponent. They have a Ring of Fire, so they're pretty good, and they've got the banana farms, which do pretty much cost you near the beginning, just because of how you saw they didn't have very good defenses. So they did lose quite a few lives, but then I lost quite a few as well because I didn't have very good defenses either. But let's see, you know what, once I get up to 500 income, then, well, now 501, then I'm going to stop sending in balloons so that I can actually start building some better defenses with these spike factories. Because of camo lead, which technically right now they don't have any camo lead detection. So I'm actually going to send in a couple once I get a little bit more money. And actually, I just realized I don't have any camo lead detection either. But I should. Oh, they just got a monkey farm. I mean, not a monkey farm. Why do they call that a monkey farm? A monkey village, which granted them camo lead. And dang it, they have. I shouldn't. If I saw that they had a bunch of pinks, dang it. Yeah, they won. Dang. Alright, so I'm going to do another one, because the last episode on Monday wasn't very long, which I was doing because I was recording it on Monday and all that. So I'm going to record a bit longer for this one. I'm going to try to get at least 15 minutes, or at least 15. I might go up to like 20 minutes, possibly 30 or something. I don't know. I'm going to use Dartling guns and then boomerang throwers. Again, I'm not really sure what strategy. Oh hey, I'm up against the same guy. I just realized that. But I'm using different strategies kind of because I'm not 100% sure how to do this. I mean, when I say I don't know how to do this, I just mean that I haven't played in a while, like I always say. But anyways, still trying out new strategies because of what else was I saying? Or what else was different? Because I got the new account. Not really, I didn't get the new account. I just accidentally sort of started using the different account so that I have all the towers basically. So now I'm just trying to mix and match, sort of. Not really mix and match, but just try different things because I always go with the same strategy, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But like I said, I'm facing the same guy, I think, so that's going to be pretty interesting. I suppose. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to go with the Glaive Ricochet this time because obviously the Bionic Boomer didn't do very well last time. And it could just be because of the track and my tower placement. But for this round, having the Glaive Ricochet, because of the way that the track is shaped, I think it'll probably be better. And I put the Glaive Ricochet over here a little bit more so that, one, you could attack near the beginning a little bit easier. But then also there's this pathway where I don't have it in my range, which I did kind of on purpose, so that there's all this range where the balloons could sort of start piling up, where I can use a Glaive Ricochet to just ricochet through this whole area, kind of thing. Not really sure if that made sense, and not really sure if that's a great idea, but it's what I'm doing, so, you know, there's that. And I don't know why I said there's that, but anyways, I'm going to use the Spike Factory. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to use... Dang it, I shouldn't have used the Spike Factory here, because as you can see on his side, the balloons that your opponent sends come through on the opposite side. So that means that if I did put a Spike Factory over here to catch as a safety net for this side, then wouldn't really work that well. So Spike Factory, probably not a good idea. I'll try to remember that for the next time on this stage, but I think this is like the second or third time that I've ever been on this stage. And yeah, he's sending in pinks, which are pretty much the arch nemesis of Glaive Ricochet. Not really the arch nemesis, but they're not very good. Or the Glaive Ricochet isn't very good against pinks. But here they're actually doing okay, just because the way that the track is set up, it's not doing that bad. It's still leaking a couple, obviously, but it's doing okay. So what I need is some camo lead detection, really just any camo detection in general, which I could do with Spike Factory, but I think I'm going to try to use the Dartling gun, but it is going to take me a little while to actually get that much money to use the Dartling gun. Now, this is kind of bad because I'm losing quite a bit of lives. I'm leaking quite a few balloons. So I'm going to try to... it's too late. I'm probably going to lose right now. So I'm not doing very good, especially against this guy, or specifically against this guy. Let's get this second Glaive Ricochet to possibly save my life, or at least delay my death, which is kind of the same thing, but not entirely. So instead of getting another one, which I kind of do want to, I'm going to use Dartling gun, and hopefully that will be a good idea. This might not be the best placement for it, but like I said, hopefully it's a good idea. And I'm going to start sending in balloons at my opponent now, because that would help me get some more income. And this time they're definitely doing better than they were last time as far as the life deficit, or difference, or would deficit be the right word? I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm going to try to get a little bit more, maybe 600 every 6 seconds, so that's about 100 per second, which sounds pretty good to me, but I'm sure I could do much better. So I'm gonna upgrade my Dartling gun because he just got camo lead detection with his Ring of Fire and Monkey Village, so I need lead detection, or camo lead detection, with my Bloontonium darts. And I should probably try to send in Bloons a little bit more consistently, but yeah, no. Let's see, gonna wait for the faster barrel thing so that I have a bit more popping power. And I think I might go up to 750 for my, no, he has rainbow regrows, camo rainbow regrows, which means I can only use my Dartling gun, although that one really didn't seem to pose much of a problem for my Dartling gun. However, he's now sending in more, which will pose a problem for my Dartling gun. And of course, now I've got to use my Dartling gun to deal with the lead. So let's get another Dartling gun up here with some Bloontonium darts, so that now they're better at popping these. And of course, now sending in more camo regrows, although these are zebras, so they're not as bad, but still pretty bad. I'm actually surprised at how long I'm surviving, because he is actually sending in some pretty strong waves against me. Not like amazingly strong, but dang it, of course, as soon as I say that, he sends in ceramics, which 3 Dartling guns are, they're struggling with. I'm gonna lose right now, but dang it. So he beat me again. Let's see, I might face him again. Maybe we're the only 2 on here right now, or at least the only 2 at the moment, or at the same ranking, which means I'll probably get my 2 more losses, which is, of course, I'm up against the same person. Okay, so here now I get to use the Buccaneer, which is nice. Let's see. I'm going to use Dartling again because those are pretty good. Ice Tower and Bomb Tower. So now I'm going with a different strategy than I usually do, which meaning I don't have Boomerang Thrower, so I'm not sure which tower to start with. I'm going to start with a Buccaneer? I mean, I am starting with a Buccaneer, but not quite sure how good this strategy will be. And I'm sure they're going to win again because I've already lost them twice. But now I've got a little bit more experience, you know, so that's good, I guess, but still probably going to lose. But let's see if I can try to put up a better fight than I did last time by upgrading this Buccaneer pretty well. I'd like to see how quickly I can get a Destroyer. That's probably going to take a minute, like a literal minute, to get the Destroyer just because of how long it takes, which I think I am going to just wait and get, just wait for the money to accumulate so I can get the Destroyer and then start sending in Bloons. I'm not really sure how long it would take to get the Destroyer if I was sending in Bloons. I should probably try testing that someday, or if any of you already know, then that'd be helpful, but I want to wait for the Destroyer because I really want to get a really powerful tower defense, because obviously it's a tower defense battle, so having a good tower defense would be great. But specifically, I want to get the Destroyer because it is a really good tower and relatively cheap for how good it is, and I can get it relatively soon for, you know, how soon it is or whatever. But anyway, so now that I have the Destroyer, that's kind of like having a Dartling gun. It's around the same power level. And I should get camo detection as soon as I can. Well, not as soon as I can. I don't need any camo detection right now. So what I'm going to do now, well, actually kind of, dang it. What I like about the Buccaneer is that it does have really good attack rate and everything, but it would have been nice if I had been able to use the Dreadnought Deluxe ability, or Deluxe upgrade, from Bloons Tower Defense 5 Deluxe Edition, just because then I'd be able to pop lead, and it would be able to pop lead, but I'd also be able to pop camo, not camo, what am I saying? Frozen Bloons, because I want to use the Ice Tower against whatever it is he's got against me. So, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to go with some Dartling guns, because those were really good. Those were helpful. And this has camo detect. Well, now it has camo detection. Just want to get that up there before I forget about it. But now it's lacking in lead popping ability. So I'm sure he knows about camo lead popping and all that, because he's been using camo lead popping abilities. So what I'm going to need is some Dartling guns, and I'm still sticking with reds, just to be sure that I'm actually getting some current money, like accumulating some current cash rather than just increasing my income. And once I upgrade this Dartling gun to a 2-2 Dartling gun, then I'll start sending in some blue Bloons. Now he's been using some banana farms, which I'm assuming is like one of those pro strategies where you know that if you know how to use a banana farm well, then you'll out income your opponent or whatever. And I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure they're great at that or whatever. But I have very little experience in Bloons Tower Defense battles with the banana farms, so I'm just gonna stay away from them for now. I'll probably end up using them eventually, especially if any of you like suggest that I use it. And this guy has already beaten me. I don't know why I started thinking about that, but he's already beaten me a couple times, so I'm sure he's going to win this time. But at least at the moment, not that big a difference in power levels and stuff. I mean, he does have a few less lives, but he always starts off with a few less lives just because he goes with a Ring of Fire banana farm type of strategy. And again, right now, okay, yeah, he just got the Ring of Fire, so he'll probably get a Monkey Village soon, because he just sold his other attack shooter, which I'm not going to waste any money or time sending in any camo lead against him, because I'm sure he'll be able to defeat it pretty easily. And now I have some camo lead detection, and specifically the lead part, because my destroyer already has some camo popping power, or camo detection. So my Dartling gun having lead popping power is really the only important part of that. Alright, so now I can start sending in the blue Bloons, because I've got decent defense. I would say a decent defense. And I like having my Dartling gun way over here near the end of the track, so that when it's shooting down the lane, specifically on this one where the lane like intersects on itself a lot, the Dartling gun is able to pierce through a lot of layers without having to do much, I suppose. So anyways, let's get a second a second Dartling gun in here so that I'm able to get these. And again, obviously I know it'd be a little bit overpowered if the Dartling gun aimed itself with unlimited range. If you could somehow set it so that the Dartling gun had a limited range, not as limited as it shows here, but like a somewhat bigger than it is now, but not as big as a destroyer or something, kind of range, and then just have it aim by itself, that'd be pretty helpful. Although the specialty building upgrade lets you place a point, kind of like a mortar tower, where it just sort of focuses on that one point and focuses on, or fires at that one point. That's always helpful. Well, not always, but is occasionally helpful in the Bloons Tower Defense 5 Deluxe Edition game, but this is obviously not that one. So it'd be kind of cool if you could use specialty building upgrades in this game somehow. If you could like spend medallions on it or something, that'd be pretty cool. Now I'm determined to at least do better than I did on the other battles with this person, because the destroyer is pretty helpful. I've enjoyed it. I like the destroyer, and I know some of you are probably gonna disagree with my decision to get the Bloontonium darts on both of my Dartling guns, but one, I'm gonna go for the third tier right side upgrade for the Dartling guns in the long run if I make it that far. But I also want them both to have Bloontonium darts, just to be sure that I don't have to worry about one of them being able to pop it and one of them not being able to pop it, whatever. Now, he's just sold 2 of his banana farms, which is telling me that he's probably got maybe Super Monkey or something that he's about to buy, or he's about to spend money on a bunch of Ring of Fire or something like that. Because if he's selling his banana farms, that means that he's got, oh well, he just upgraded to the banana research facility, which means that he's making more money. How much money do I have? About 1,700. Alright, so once this wave is over, or at least a little more cleared out, then I'll start getting another destroyer, because having another destroyer would be pretty helpful. And alright, so I guess another thing that would be helpful was getting a 2-3 Buccaneer, because it has camo lead detection. But I've already got the 2 Dartling guns for the lead popping side of it, and the others already have camo detection. So Just need to deal with these ceramics, which is a little bit more bothersome than I'd like it to be, and great. And I just remembered I've got to deal with the Moab soon. And oh look, he does have Super Monkey. I just noticed that. And it has laser vision, laser blast, or whatever you want to call it. Which is, Moabs are going to appear soon, and I don't think I have a good enough defense against them. I should probably stop sending in Bloons, so I can just start saving up my money, and get another destroyer, which I always prefer, but maybe not the best choice right now. And then get a bomb tower right here, and upgrade that for Moab popping. And then, yes, I'm going to make it target strongest. I forgot who it was that mentioned that, but someone in the comments said that I should make my Moab Mauler target strongest, which I do agree, yes, I should do that. And I usually do set them to strongest, but just on that particular occasion, I had forgotten to. So I was able to destroy the Moab quicker, which is nice, but his defenses are nearer to the end, so that's not that important, not that big of a deal, not that significant. But it is nice to know that I was able to destroy it first, but again, it doesn't make that big of a difference. He was able to destroy it pretty quickly as well, because he has a Super Monkey. But 3 Moab Maulers is pretty good. Obviously not the best, it's not going to take down a million Moabs or anything, but it is helpful to have. I'm going to put another 3 on the left side, and I'm not really that concerned right now with my Dartling guns aiming the wrong way, just because there's not that many balloons coming in right now. Now there's a couple more, but my destroyers and the Moab Maulers, which are actually capable of destroying balloons as well, despite my own misguided belief, I suppose. But well, you know what, just having 5, that's 50 damage per shot, basically. That's pretty good. Obviously could be better, but let's just go with another Dartling gun. And I'm sure I should probably upgrade these past the 2-2 Dartling guns. I should save up for 2-3 or 3-2. I'm going to save up for the 2-3 just because those are generally more my preferred Dartling gun, because of the explosion has a area of effect, increases their lead popping power. Not really, you can't really increase your lead popping power, but having that area of effect is really helpful. And let's see, what else can I do? I don't want to use the. See, I should have realized when I got the ice tower, or selected the ice tower or whatever, that I wasn't going to use it very often or very much, because my destroyers don't have ice or frozen balloon popping ability, so I don't want to like limit them by making something that freezes the balloons. However, freezing the balloons and having an Arctic wind would be really helpful in getting rid of clumps. Although this the 2-3 Dartling gun is also helpful with clumps, just because of that area of effect, which would be, like I said, pretty helpful. So, and again, just thinking like this is the 3rd battle I've had with this guy, and at the moment, it looks like I'm doing better. But I think he just bought another Super Monkey, so that's going to help him out more than I would like it to. And, alright, so as soon as I was saying, it looks like I'm doing better, he gets a second Super Monkey and starts doing better than me, kind of. I'm not really sure exactly who's doing better, but I'm going to assume he's doing better, because now he has a Sun God Monkey, which is pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. He's probably going to turn that into a temple. I mean, you know, that's probably what people do with the Sun God Monkeys. Anyways, so now I'm sending in yellow balloons to help increase my income, because having more income would be really helpful. I should probably have just saved up a little bit longer to get the 2-3 Dartling gun, because that probably would have been a little bit more helpful than my current income increase. But this is increasing my current income, so that's nice. Once I get to about 5,000 cash, maybe. Well, actually, I'm going to keep sending in yellow balloons until I get a 2-3 Dartling gun again, like the upgrade that 3rd Dartling gun that I haven't upgraded yet. But then once I do upgrade that one, Gonna start saving up again to about 5,000, and then once I get to 5,000, I'm gonna start setting into pink balloons so that I can increase my income faster. But I want to have enough of a money buffer or a cash buffer so that I'm not just gonna start spending more than I'm making so fast that it takes up all my money, type of thing. So with this BFB, and again, I have more of my defenses near the beginning of the track, so it makes sense that I'm doing more damage quicker, but it does make me feel better that I've destroyed the BFB layer faster than he did. But again, he's got the Sun God Monkey and a couple more Rings of Fire, so that's not really something to gloat over or anything. Although, he does have the Sun God Monkey instead of the Robo Monkey, or the Technological Terror. So I really, instead of the Ice Tower, I should have gotten the Monkey Village so that I could give the Moab Maulers camo detection, and then possibly even give the Destroyers the ability to pop lead and Frozen, even though I wouldn't have used Frozen if I had replaced the Ice Tower, but a Monkey Village probably would have been a little bit more efficient than the Ice Tower, specifically because I'm not really using the Ice Towers. And I should have gotten a Super Monkey instead of the Ice Tower, although the Dartling Guns are pretty good as well. Probably not as good as a Super Monkey in its prime or whatever, but almost at 7. Oh, now I am at 7,000, but gonna wait for one more 6-second increment in order to buy my upgrade, because that is smarter, I suppose. Kind of like not using a credit card until you have the money in the bank kind of thing, which I'm not entirely sure 100% how correct that analogy would be, but it seems like a good idea. So anyways, now that I've got my three Bloon aerial denial systems, my 3-2-3 Dartling guns, that should be pretty good against the Moabs. Obviously it's not doing amazing, but pretty helpful. And of course the Moab Maulers are helping as well. And I'm just constantly sending in my yellow Bloons. And again, well, not really again, but in case any of you were wondering, I'm not sending in the yellow Bloons because I think that's going to finish him off or anything. I'm just sending it in because it'll increase my income. And I know that I said that I was just going to save up for pink Bloons and all that, but I'm going to build another Dartling gun because my popping power seems a bit on the low side. So I think I need a little bit more, like I said, popping power. But that did kind of take a chunk out of my yellow stream that I was sending at them, and that sounded a bit odd, but let's see. Oh, now they've got a Robo Monkey, which is good against Moabs, so that's just great. They definitely know what they're doing. I sort of know what I'm doing. Like someone said that I shouldn't compare I shouldn't pay attention to my opponent's skill level or whatever because they think I'm a great Bloons player, which thank you, but I'm okay, I suppose. I'm decent. Just because of my experience with Bloons Town events, which I feel like saying like, oh, it's been years and I have so much experience with this game, but really no. And alright, so they just popped their BFB about the same time as I did. So I should probably send in some pink Bloons because I have a lot of money. So now that I'm sending in these pink Bloons, my income is going up much faster, and my current cash is going down much faster. But it should be fine, and this is essentially round 70 because of how these rounds work. So it's just a bunch of camo rainbows, nothing to worry about. And I really don't need to send any camo Bloons at him because he's already got camo detection on all his towers. So me sending camos at him would be a waste of money. Regrows I don't think would be very effective because he has such fast attack rate that the regrow wouldn't have any effect. So the only thing I can do is just send in large quantities of Moabs and BFBs and such. But because he's already got a now he has a technological terror, as I was talking about it. He's going to be able to destroy all my ZOMGs and all that. So really, the only thing I can do is try to outlast him by building a strong enough defense, which is going to be really hard because I don't have super monkeys. I'm not sure why I thought that getting the ice tower would be better than a super monkey. So yeah, like I said, the only thing I can do is try to outlive him because I'm not going to be able to send anything at him that he can't defeat. Especially with my income right now, because sending in ZOMGs takes a huge chunk out of your income and it costs a lot of money, so you need to have a lot of money and a lot of income in order to send a lot and still be able to regain your income. So I think my money would be better spent just trying to survive. And he hasn't been sending Bloons at me to increase his income. He's just been using the banana farms. So that is good for him, because then he doesn't have to rely on spending money to get money, while I do, because I have to spend money on sending Bloons at him in order to increase my income, in order to make more money to send more Bloons at him and all that. But, alright, so I've got a lot of money. Once I get to about 5,000, then I'm just going to stop and start worrying about my actual defenses, because that BFB did get kind of close on that last one. So I think I should get some more Moab Maulers, or some more Dartling guns, although not 100% sure which one would be better. I think the Moab Maulers might be better near the beginning, and then the Dartling guns over here near the end. Or some ice towers, that'd be nice. Nice, ice, and all that. Anyways, so yeah, now I've got 5,000. I'm going to build this ice tower right here, and I don't have tier 4, so it's not Arctic Frost, which is what I call a 4-2 ice tower because of Arctic Wind and Variable Frost. So I'm just going to get a couple more ice towers down here to slow down and freeze any Bloons that get this far. Those are specifically for any Moab class Bloons that end up taking that long to pop, and I should stop using my mouse to upgrade these and start using the hotkeys so that I can keep my what's the hotkey for this? Y, so that I can just do that, and then use hotkeys rather than my mouse, so that I can keep my Dartling guns facing at least somewhat in the right direction while I'm dealing with these. Now, I should be switching these to target the strongest, but I'm not going to do that right now, just because I need to use my mouse to aim my Dartling guns and all that. So I'm just gonna focus on what I'm actually doing rather than talking as much. Building a bunch of Moab Maulers, because that is a good idea in my opinion. And right there's a whole bunch of regrow ceramics, which I'm having a little bit of harder time to deal with than my opponent did, which is a little bit, not frightening, but a little bit intimidating, I suppose. A little bit worrying, but not a huge deal, because I was gonna say like I said, but I didn't say it. I didn't take that much longer to defeat them, and I've got these ice towers, which kind of make it take a little bit longer, but I don't know. He's got Technological Terror, a Sun God Monkey, and another Robo Monkey. He has 2 Sun God Monkeys and a Robo Monkey. He's probably about to have a Technological Terror again, so he'll probably have 2 2-4 and 3-2 Super Monkeys, both of which are very powerful, and of course together they're even more unstoppable and all that. Not sure if he's going to go for a temple, just because in my experience, or in my personal opinion, I wouldn't go for a temple when you've got all of your defenses right next to your Sun God Monkeys, because then once you buy the temple, then all of your defenses are gone, which, I mean, obviously you get the Super Monkey, so, I mean, the temple, which is pretty awesome, but doesn't always compare to the rest of all your defenses, as far as I know. May have been buffed, or I may just not 100% understand how it works. I do pretty much understand how it works. I know how you sacrifice towers, and it gives them upgrades depending on what towers you sacrifice and all that, but I am just sending in so many Moab Maulers, which actually doesn't help that much with all these camo ceramics that are appearing right now, which may actually beat me. Ah, dang it, I'm about to lose to some camo ceramics. Dang it! Ah, man, because I didn't have enough camo detection. Dang it. So really, instead of the ice towers, or plus the ice towers, I should have had Monkey Village or mortars. So that was about, my recording is now about 34 minutes, so I'm going to leave it at that. That was a nice match. I salute that guy, little clap and stuff. So yeah, good job. I wasn't as prepared as he was, or she, doesn't really matter, but that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you, excuse me, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.